In GradeXpert, student notes are used to keep track of any student welfare information that the school chooses to track over time. Notes can comprise of any type of subject. This can be records of contact with parents, it can be behavioral incidents, it could be medical incidents, it could be end-of-year handover notes, pretty much anything that the school chooses to track for a student that can be typed into a free-form note field can be added into GradeXpert. To create different note categories or note types, you go into the settings screen and click on the Note Types tab. And under the list of note types, you can see all the different types of incidents or type of welfare items that we've chosen to keep track of at the school. And you can add in new note types or categories as you need, just by clicking the Add button. And if I click the Add button, you'll see a new row opens up here, and you can type in pretty much anything that you want to be able to keep track of student details. So let's say we have a medical incident, and let's call this one epidemic, whatever information you want to put in there. And you can see here you can access or allow access to specific teachers by their access level, and you can also determine how much information can be typed into each note. So we'll just leave that as unlimited. When you want to add the note or any type of note to a student history, you simply click the Add Note button or press Shift F2, which is the shortcut key, and you are asked firstly to select the type of note that you want to put in. Well, let's put in, say, a parent meeting, and at this point you will then be asked to choose the students, one or more, that this note relates to. So for example, if this was a playground incident and it affected a number of different students, you can simply tick any number of students to link to this one note. But as this is just a parent meeting, we'll just select the student who it relates to. So let's say it's Jeanette. And at this point, you can now start typing in your comments. So let's say met with Jeanette's parents, agreed to extra reading from home in term 3, or review at the start of term 4. And you can see you can put in pages of information on a single screen, as well as using comment banks which you may have set up before just for specific items. So here's a comment bank entry under the reading comments heading that says first name reads badly, his/her parents want extra lessons. So let's put that comment in down here. I'll just double click on the comment, and you can see that the information comes up replacing the student first name with the actual name and the pronoun with the correct pronoun. At this point, you've chosen the type of note, the student it relates to, the information that will be contained within the note. You can also at this point choose which staff members at the school are going to get a notification that this note has been put in. You can set up groups of teachers, so our leadership group, I just tick one button and all these teachers, including principals, will be able to get a notification, or you can select individual teachers to send this notification to. If any of these teachers have got an email address set up in GradeXpert, they will also receive an email notification that this note was entered on this date by the person who's put it in. At this point, you can also attach items to a note, which means you can have a scanned copy of a doctor's note, or a PDF file, or a Word document, or pretty much any type of document that you can just add by clicking the Attachments button and dragging and dropping the attachment onto the screen. And that means that you can have a summary of attachments over time that you can go back and view for this student or any other students that are linked to this note. And as soon as you click the OK button, these teachers will be notified either by email or when they log into GradeXpert Next, and this note will be saved underneath Jeanette's history. If we want to see that information, I'll just call up Jeanette. There's Jeanette Adams. If I double click on Jeanette to open up her details, we'll be able to see the note that we've just entered under the note screen. And if you hover your mouse over the note, it'll pop up with more details such as who put it in, when it was entered, and who has been sent a notification to be able to read that. That means that over time you can have a whole history of parent meeting items or medical issues or behavioral issues in a single screen that you can look at over time, because these notes stay with students year after year. And that allows teachers to look at this information in future years so that they don't have to continually come up with new details on the student. They can simply look at past details that have been entered, past comments or conversations with parents, and past behavioral issues, all available off this one screen. These notes are also summarized for you in the Note Summary screen. So by clicking on the Summaries menu item at the top and choosing Note Summary, GradeXpert will load all the notes that it can find in the database into one screen that you can then search, filter, and print. So for example, parent phone calls. We've got 7 items going back however many years we have information for. And again, if you hover your mouse over a note, the full detail will pop up in a blue box and you can see all the other information relating to it. If we wanted to look at all the parent meetings or end of year personal comments, pretty much anything that you want to put in can be shown on these lists. Allergic reaction. All this information is quite easy to then search and print. You can also filter your note summary by dates. So if you just wanted to see notes put in today, for example, I just clicked filter by date. It automatically uses today's date, and there's the parent meeting information that was put in. At any point in time, you can print out the visible notes as well, just by clicking print these notes, and you will get a summary of all the notes visible on the screen as a printout. I don't filter by date and I just want to look for notes for a specific student as well. I can search for them in this text box at the bottom of the screen. So for example, I'm just typing Lee Ames. So these are the notes that have come up for that student, and if you click print these notes, all those different notes, the parent phone call, behavioral incident, playground incident, and end of year personal comments are all included in a single printout.